Okay, welcome everyone. We'll start our lesson 2. Today lesson will go through LO2. As you know me, my name is Anjum Sattar. Please, if you have any question, drop me email anjum@ukversity.co.uk. During last lesson 1, we discuss about LO1. LO1 learning outcome 1, where we learn about what is the project, what is meant by the project management. We had a discussion on risk management, and we had a discussion on time management, and we had a discussion about uh, how we can schedule and schedule our activities, and we had a discussion about risk management and how we can manage our funds and resources to achieve the project objective. Today lesson will go through can plan a project. So that's the key learning outcome. As we had a discussion, the aim of the unit. Today lesson indicative content will discuss about the planning process. We'll go through different steps in planning. We'll go through grants, loan, where the funds will come from. We'll discuss about budgeting. Budget is mean financial plan. So we can discuss, investment appraisal, which is mean payback period. How long will it takes, the money we invest and money will get back, any project. Always we need to be keep in mind critical uh, path analysis. Some paths in the critical, like you building a house, so the critical is the foundation, and of course, the location and is very critical in terms of the material, the atmosphere, so to make the project successful. So we look around the program evaluation review technique, which is quite popular in the work, is the project management, work breakdown structure, project management, waterfall, Kanban. We had a discussion about last lesson, lean. Lean is mean how we can reduce the waste. These are all the Japanese approach, health and safety, risk assessment, publicity, advertising, procurement, and we'll discuss about finance and venue. So equipment, staff, refreshment, publicity, and presenting the project, the plans. So these are the quite crucial things which we'll look, today lesson. CPA, critical path analysis, per program valuation review technique, or breakdown structure. So we'll go through these. So project planning tools, AI deployment in the student assignment. So we need to be really focus on. So work breakdown structure is the hierarchical decomposition of the total scope of the work accomplished of the project objective and create deliverable. So we can look around the project deploy AI student assessment. We can look around initiation, initial, how we can set up the planning. We can look around execution. We can look around monitoring and control and closing. So that's at level 2 and level 3. We can look around the requirement analysis, project plan, development, resource planning, and risk planning. So we can look around these, how we can plan the project, like, you want to be Gantt chart, which is given by Henry Gantt, is quite popular. Which activities, when we will do, how we'll do, these are create the timeline, the task requirement, gathering the system design, testing and development. The requirement analysis we do like 1 January to 15 January. We can do the system design. We can look around the 16 January to 31st January and testing and deployment. So that's are quite crucial. We need to be look around these per program evaluation review techniques, which is descriptions, which we can is a statistical used analysis, which we use under MS project, the task involvement and completing the project. Define the activities and the milestone, the key, the dates and the key activities which we make the project successful. Estimate the time required, each activity, calculate the critical pathways, determine the minimum time and maximum time required, like optimal time is 4 weeks, most likely time is 6 weeks, pessimistic time is 10 weeks. We can say estimated times, which we can add them and then divide it how many activities every day. We can say 6 weeks. So critical path analysis is a step-by-step, the project technique to identify the activities are critical path, identify the task and critical critical those, are deployed, and we can look around if the system design and development of critical path. These are the very crucial that the project managers, we have to understand the resource allocation, uh, matrices, like meeting the key benchmark, and of course AI specialist developer testing team allocate resources, because if we are looking AI project, that's quite crucial, which we need to be look around task, the requirement analysis, system design, development, testing, resources, AI specialist, developer. These are the people we required for allocation, the time, 50%, 100%, 100%, 50% the previous work, and then allocation. So early start, early finish, which we can look around within. Risk management, description of the plan. We have to look around the financial risk, material risk, different types of the risk are the reputation risk. So technical challenges and data privacy. We need to be make sure the data, we have a GDPR, general data protection regulation, really we need to be follow and fulfill the requirement. That's, is quite crucial, which we have to do. So assess the impact of the likelihood, develop, the mitigation strategies for these, how we can minimize the risk. So we can look around the technical challenges. It's a high impact is a medium, mitigation strategies, regular technical reviews and prototyping, data privacy, high, implement the robust, data protection strategies, provide training to the people, and resource availability, medium, and ensure the backup, the resource plan in place. So milestone is the high highlights, the key events in the milestone, define the significant milestones. We can look around A1, AI, the artificial intelligence model deployment. This is the artificial intelligence project, like, the example which we are quoting in this our discussion, that track the milestone achievement to ensure, the project is scheduled. So we can look around the date of starting the requirement analysis, like 15 January, if we have started system design completion, development completion, testing, and AI model development. So that's, which we can, and that's the project, using these, project planning tools can help, to effectively managing AI. So we can look around these in 2.1, so how we can manage things, track, and objective of the project, which we can achieve within the budget, within the time, within the cost, and we can complete. Okay, second is outline the resources needed for the specific project. So we have to think about, we say we need 3 M's. Anyone knows what 3 M's stand for? We need manpower, we need money, and we need, these are 3 important materials can be classed as assets. Yes, so money is also financial assets. So these are the resources we require to achieve the research to objective of the project. So that's our quite crucial, which we need to be regular managed to achieve the key objective of the research. Otherwise, we're not going to achieve the key objective. So we have to look around these, like human resource, role and responsibility, project managers oversee the project, ensure it stayed on the schedule and within the budget, specialized, developer design for AI project, so we have to look around the software developer, integrate AI modeling, quality assurance, ensure that AI system, which is artificial intelligence system, correctly and quality standard like ISO, International Standardization Organization. We have the organization different quality standards. Couple of you maybe heard about ISO 9000, ISO 14000. These are different certification standard. It's called International Standardization Organization, and we want T2M, total quality management. That concept is also very popular, which is given by the Japanese approach, total quality. So everything we managing on quality. Educator and the subject matter expert we required. We require the procurement, advertise the position for the procurement, so people are expert about the logistics side. Freelancer contractor engage in a freelancer platform, Upwork with short time needs, and consulting firms maybe we require, depends on the nature of, because we're looking AI projects. So AI project can be quite huge with the IT specialists involved. So we need a lot of people. Those are specialists in IT. Those can assist us to be achieve our project objective and make our project successful. Okay, anybody any question, guys? Okay, those are listening, please. If any question, you can drop us email, admin@ukversity.co.uk or anjum@ukversity.co.uk. Okay, software, resource, tools and techniques. AI, artificial intelligence development framework. We can look around different model, TOSH model development, data management. We have the quite crucial, data. Data is a raw facts and figure leads to information, and information is a knowledge. So we can look around the data, SQL database, different collaboration of the tools, GitHub version control, Slack up teams communication, assessment platform existing. We have a LSM system, which is mean all Moodle, learning management system, which is VLE, it's quite embedded in our, so when we use this, we are embedding the AI function in our project, as a university. University and licensing, the purchase license of the necessary software, open source software, utilize the open source framework, possible to reduce the cost, and cloud services which we can use, different cloud, sure, and which we can look around the Google Cloud and various others. So we can pick it according to our requirement. 4D data resources, data requirement, training data is quite crucial, which we need to be look around the training model, on the job, off the job training and AI roles, and separate, data, different data sets, and the data can be analyzed. Uh, we have the other software is SPSS, is a statistics software which is developed by I. That's also embedded, the some for analysis purposes, and the testing data, procurement, internal data within the company, external data which we can look around, the availability like ONS, Office of National Statistic data, which in the UK.gov.uk, that's also is quite crucial data. Data partnership, established partnership with the educational institution, because if we are making AI, and AI, the project can be linked with the various financial requirement. Of course, we said 3M, man, money, and material. Finance is the key and the heart of any project, where the money will come from. Because one of the great scholars said we have unlimited wants, we have a limited resource, and we have to use effectively, according to the Neil Robbins. So financial resources, budget requirement, we can look around the salaries, software license, hardware, data acquisition, expense related to the procuring external data, miscellaneous, data mining is quite big business, really. We need to be look around, and data where we can get it. Data need to be up to date, data need to be relevant, data need to be. So we have to look around the procurement, institution funding, secure the funding from the educational institution, grant, apply the grant for the educational foundation, investor sponsors, those we need to be look around. Okay, then it's come to resource allocation is very crucial for the project, guys. Let's we look here, so how many human resource we required, how many software developer we required, how much, what sort of the hardware we required for AI project, how much the data and the networking and training, data validation, and the financial salary, software license, hardware, data, and these is the cost, so we'll do the cost analysis for this, and then we can make the project successful. Anybody, any question? Okay, then effectively managing resources, we need AI in student assignment. Assessment involve the detailed planning strategies by identifying the necessary human and the software, hardware, data, and the financial resources, implementing appropriate, the procurement strategies, and the project can be successfully executed. executed, the structured approach to ensure that the all aspect of the project is adequate resources. And then we can look around, guys, present the project plan. So we have this is all the presentation. We can say January what we'll do, Feb what we do, March. Depend nature of the project. This is the Gantt chart for AI, and we can project initiate, project analysis, system design, development, testing, and deployment, and we can complete. So these are the key dates of this project. So project initiation, which we can initiate the project, the requirement analysis, what we required is system design, development, testing, and deploy. So that's, which we looking. So 2Ds, which is mean distension criteria to achieve. Analysis, the important of the project planning and including, contingent planning, so analysis of the important project planning is include the contingency planning, important of the project planning. Contingent means the second plan you have, derivative plan. We can look around if that's not work, what we have, like, the maybe suppliers not supplying us things, software and things, and the copyrights. And though we have an alternative plan in place, clear objective and scope, clarity, the project planning ensure, the objective are clear, defined, though the smart, involve the stakeholders, scope of management, define, project scope, prevent scope creep model, which we can lead to the resource overuse that project. Time management, we had a discussion in the previous lesson how we can do the scheduling by using the Gantt chart, milestone, the key activities, how we can track them. Risk management, risk is a probability of the like of happening and what sort of the risk, financial, reputation, uh, and different nature of the project, so we can look around the quality as shown in the standard SOPs, standard operating procedures. We had a discussion earlier. I just mentioned ISO, international standardization, their quality standard, quality control. We have a maintain and develop throughout the project life cycle. Important of contingent planning, which is second plan. We can look around the risk mitigation, proactive approach. Contingency planning involved identifying the risk and developing action plan to address them. Action plan, if this risk happen, what we have the plan to prevent. These are to minimize that. Preparedness, which we can having a contingency plan, prepare the team and respond quickly, effectively, like, if the software are the disruption or downtime. And resource allocation, buffer resources, allocating of the buffer, time, the budget and personnel, contingent plan we have. If we don't recruit and find from within the UK where we can hire, what are the legislation, can we recruit abroad, or we can give, outsource the project, and the flexibility, contingent planning, flexibility of the resource allocation, and adopt and changing the circumstances. Maintain the project community continuity, which we need to be project continuous plan, developing alternative strategies. Strategy mean action plan, guys. Resilience, contingent plan, enhance, the project resilience, enabling to with understanding and stakeholders confidence is quite crucial, which we need to be like employers, uh, external suppliers, and various other software developers. Their trust on minimizing the impact of disruption, which we have a swift response. That's, the smooth lines are activities and continuity, ensure the continuity of the critical project activities, help to maintain, momentum. That's really we need to be look around. Then we can conclude contingent planning can play the key role. You always have a second plan. Try to minimize the risk. You have a data, information, and knowledge, and ultimately allocation of resources is, is very, very important. Okay, so today lesson, guys, we look around the CPA continues, critical path analysis. We discuss about workday breakdown structure. So I quickly guide you, go through and show you the few other elements where you can find, the resources, those can be used. Okay, so if you want one by one all these models, you want to watch some videos. Those are quite good to, like, you want CPA tutor to you. If you type tutor to you, CPA is called continuous. So critical path analysis, you will see here, and quite good if you want to watch the video or you want to learn about just separate CPA. What is the critical path analysis, node, early start, early finish, late start, late finish, any project, So how this can play the key role in the success of the project. Then we have the work down, which we call the work breakdown structure is also quite, we can say WBS. Yeah, WBS work breakdown structure that can be used, in business critical path analysis and work breakdown structure. Last lesson I mentioned you Kaplan structure you want to look around in Kaplan. So that's, we have the project management and the chapters and project, and within that you've been given work breakdown structure. So that's quite good to explore and look around there. Planning, estimating how we can structure the project. So that's quite good to explore. If you have any question, please, which we can look around. Okay, then we have, we have PERT, and if you want to use PERT, program evaluation critical path analysis, or we call program evaluation review techniques. So you can find, a lot of stuff on these. So we can look around various other resources on through Kaplan, through PMI, which is called Project Management Institute, work breakdown structure. Let's say you want to look around in the PMI, which is called Project Management Institute. That's quite good to look around. Yeah. So what is the project management and different has been, So that's quite good to embed these in your, and that's, help you to enhance your understanding about the project management and these. Okay, so books and journals and articles available are our Moodle page, please. It's quite good to look around the work breakdown structure. Or you want to a little, we have YouTube videos on YouTube. Is quite good to look around. We can show you as well. So we can say I want to a little bit, further enhance. Of course, this lesson is recorded. CPA. Say analysis, project management. So that's, you can look around. Okay. So quick, like what is meant by critical path analysis. So see. So quite good, to look around critical path analysis is 1 or 2 minutes, and you can watch and enhance. So exactly the same way you can do work breakdown structure and program valuation review. Yeah. So these are all in our next lesson. I'll further embed, some examples for you. Anybody, any question before we finish? No. Okay, thanks for attending today's lesson, and key focus was CPA critical path analysis, program valuation review technique, work breakdown structure, and we discuss, how we can plan the project and the steps in planning. So thanks for attending, and we'll go through in the next lesson our LO3, and have a nice time, and speak to you during our next lesson. Thank you. Bye-bye.